Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Shellie Geigle with J&S Hobbies and Crafts, and what I did was I created this very large folio. We are 11 inches wide and 10 inches tall on this. So this is the one that I wanted to kind of use and play around with the Stamperia Amazonia for myself. An album. There is no tutorial for this. I was just messing around with the design to see how it would come out being so large. And I'm happy with the results on this. So for this, I did use 2 packs because this is very large and has several fold-outs and it uses a lot of paper. So this has a magnetic closure right here, and I'll just take you around. This has about a 1-inch spine. There's the back, there's that, and it's magnetic to open up. I'm going to grab a photograph like I normally do so I can kind of show you the things that you can do here. When you open up the flap here, what you have is a very large area. Now for this, I could slide a photograph right behind in there if I wanted to, or if I wanted to bring it up higher I could. So I did leave that as an option for myself. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. So this is really big. So we come to this first page, and the sloth is the one that I use quite a bit, the images, because I just adored the sloth. Up here is a big pocket, and I have a little cut apart here. And for this, because it took so much paper, I did do several folders, and I haven't placed paper on the inside. When I go ahead and do my photographs that I'll place in here, I'll probably go with maybe a craft colored cardstock or something that will blend in with this collection. But it's a very large pocket up here. Alright, so this flips out. And I didn't add any extra magnets other than the closure. So here we have Mr. Sloth again, and he is a little tuck area, so I can get some of these little cut aparts in there. Looks really cute. And then it flips up, and I'm going to have to move this down so you can see. Great place for me to do a photo. And then it flips down like so. And then what we have is another large fold out, and I'm just going to fold that back in. And it comes out like this. And here I have the tiger, and he is a tuck as well, so I can get something in there. Perhaps I want to put some sort of photo in there. And there's that. It's a little tuck area. And this will fold out. I think you can see that pretty good. And this is a great place for a large photograph, and it also is a side pocket. So I could actually take one of these mats and put it on over there. Here is a big pocket down here so I can get stuff in here. I have this folder right here, a little bit of glue left over, but that'll fit right on over there as well. It's large over there, so you can see the perspective. I have a mat here that I did, and here's one of the little cut aparts. It just kind of all goes back in. Over here I have a pocket, and what the pocket's doing is kind of holding down the waterfall here. So, and I really liked the image of her, so I wanted to make sure you could still see it after my waterfall. So I kind of centered everything over here. I have a cut apart, a couple picture mats here. And all I did with this, and I'll bring it down so you can see, is I conserved on paper and just put strips of paper down. And then here's my little pocket. So that's all I did. So I'm going to fold this in here, and I'm going to move on over here. And over here I have a picture mat slid back behind the little fussy cut parrot. And this will open, and that leaves me a place right here too to place a good size photo. Even, I mean, that size is great, but you can also get in like a 4x6 in there. And if you were to layer in, you could do something like that. If you wanted to copy this just by sight. There is no tutorial, like I said. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on Dreamland in a mini album form though coming up. I may share this folio design with you later on, as I think it worked out pretty good. I may do some adjustments to it, but I haven't decided yet. So here's a great layout just for photographs for placing. Now, if I ever do get to the Amazon, I'll be sure to use this for that, but I can have this for any pictures that I wanted to be honest. Over here is a pocket, and I just had a picture mat and some cut parts. Big open space here. Now over here is a tuck, and if I wanted to tuck something back behind, I could. I think you can see that pretty good. Now if I had 3 paper packs in on this, I could have done a lot more with it. But I only had 2, and that was my budget for this. So that's what I worked with. Up here is a very large fold out, but it's also a large pocket, and it has quite a bit of room for me just to stuff and stuff. Up here I made it so I could tuck something back behind the flowers. And also the sloth, I could place something like right behind as well if I wanted to. And then just some large picture mats. So here's one. Here is a folder. Here's a large mat. Just kind of so it goes back in. Now one thing, one of my favorites was the wood print. And I ended up saving a full sheet towards the end so I could do some of these picture mats with. Okay, this folds out, and all this serves as these 2 large, this fold out on here, and then this is just for photographs. And that's all. So I can get a photograph up in here, and even a larger one. I can get a couple down here or one here. As I said, my main focal point for some of these pages were that sloth. I just love that sloth. He's just awesome. I'm going to pull this down, and this is where the closure is from when we come back around. Being that this is so large, is on some of my other folios you can just flop, flop, flop. This one, because the pages are so large, you're going to want to hold on to it when you do. And that's that. Whoop, I got one right here that needs to go back in. I'll just slide that right there for now. But that's what I created, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. That's all I have for you today. I'm going to start working on the Dreamland mini album tutorial next. I hope this has provided some inspiration to some of you that has got this paper pack. Happy crafting, everyone, and I'll see you real soon.